Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Mark Moses Show podcast. As we're always broadcasting live from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Take back control of your life. Call Anidjar and Levine today. And you get more information on them on my great website at markmosesshow.com. And joining me right now here from Jacksonville to talk welcome to Rockville and Black Friday deals is my great friend who's dressed up this morning for me. I appreciate it. Chase Bunker. Chase, how you doing today, buddy?
I like how you consider this being dressed up, considering there are people at work that literally say, I look like a Haverty's throw pillow.
It's a good look. With the mustache, I like it. I do. So let's start with this.
Okay.
Chase goes every year, every single year. He is the most hardcore welcome to Rockville customer I know. He loves it. He can't wait for next May. They announced the full lineup on Tuesday. What are
Yes.
your thoughts, buddy?
Well, as soon as 12 o'clock hit, I immediately started refreshing their Twitter page because this is something I was just kind of highly looking forward to. And then at 12:02, you have the text from me that just says in all caps, redemption, because the first thing you see is the Thursday headliner of Guns N' Roses. Now, if you are just tuning into the Mark Moses show and you haven't seen Mark and I together, we have a whole stint about how we missed out on Guns N' Roses in 2022 because of the rain. And so now here's that opportunity to finally have that redemption to get the chance to see him. So that kind of stood out to me there. Alice Cooper coming back on that Thursday as well. It looks like based on how it's stacked up and in comparison to last year, it might be like a 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock performance for Alice Cooper. So if you're kind of like one of those old heads who just wants to go for Alice Cooper, you might be able to go just to, see him and then be able to dip out and go to work the next day and not feel too bad. Um, I still can't believe that Death Clock from the Adult Swim cartoon Metalocalypse is going to be there. I'm curious to see how that is. I heard that a lot of their stuff is very visual, so I don't know how much of that you're going to pull off in a festival-like environment.
That's the
Um,
second thing of everyone going to be there. You said Guns N' Roses 1, and then you said some Adult Swim band at number 2. This is why you're the man. The man. All right, what's number 3 then? It sticks out.
um, there's a lot of good stuff, and I feel like there's a lot of great stuff on the back end. So My Chemical Romance, Rise Against, Coheed and Cambria, that's just Sunday, and that's like I would go. You would pay like $200 just to see that at the House of Blues. Like, and so essentially you're paying the Rockville price, and now you get everybody 160 plus bands. But you have that, you have Slaughter to Prevail coming back, which you've ever seen. They are like a really, really heavy band. Their lead singer is also like a Russian bare knuckle fighter who I think also owns bears, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not saying that as like a Russian stereotype. No, I think he legitimately owns like baby cubs.
Can he do like, that Russian boxing / chess sport? Have you seen this? So you box in the ring, you stop, then you play chess against each other. Maybe he could like do a song and then fight the bear. Yeah. All right. I like this. Look, anything to top the woman that urinated on the crowd from a couple years ago, which is a true story, by the way. We are newsmen here. We're just trying to go over this. What did you think then? Foo Fighters coming back 2 years later then.
Foo Fighters. I was surprised by that because
Yeah.
I didn't think, like, I was surprised like when we had Slipknot back-to-back years. I'm really surprised that they got Foo Fighters back, especially with how big they are. They're dropping a new album, so I think that also could be it as well. They just had a new single drop, and so maybe it gave them excuse. Hey, you want to come back to Florida to do Rockville? I was surprised by that. We're getting Offspring again. We just had them like 2 years ago. Who else? I was also surprised by Cradle of Filth. Like, I know that like they like to do a mix up of like rock and metal and like punk and all that. They went full black metal, which, by the way, I'm not against Cradle of Filth. Like, I used to listen to Cradle of Filth in high school. The problem is I haven't listened to Cradle of Filth since high school, and I thought, okay, maybe what's their playlist now? And I didn't know any of it.
Cradle of Filth is a
Yes.
real band. See,
Cradle- yes.
we could play the game. Is this a real band or is this not a real band? Hollywood Undead, real band.
Really
But
good live, by the way.
what are they called? Cradle of what?
Cradle of Filth.
Corey, so that would be like, you're like, for $5,000, is Cradle of Filth a real band or not? It appears they're real. That's part of it.
The
Yes.
next time we should host a game show with me hosting, and I'm just going to give you a bunch of Rockville bands, and you have to tell me if they're actually performing at Rockville or if it's just a band that I made up. By the way, also, if you're a fan of the popular British TV show The IT Crowd, you immediately thought of Noel Fielding's character talking about goths are just normal people, except they just listen to Cradle of Filth.
Okay. I just thought of one in my head.
Okay.
Misery of Sorrow. I just made that up. Is that a band? You need to look it up. I say no.
I believe that there actually is a band with the name Misery in one of.
Yes.
Oh no, they're not. Okay.
Misery. That would be our band. See, you could just like,
Yes.
you don't even need AI. You could just throw these out. You
Mhm.
could. All right. So you're a little iffy on the Foo Fighters. Guns N' Roses, The Redemption. Who is the headliner Saturday night? I'm confused by this.
Bring Me the Horizon. And if you're confused, you have every right to be, because I don't know what to classify them. Like, I think there's even like the joke on the internet where they just say, "Oh, what genre is Bring Me the Horizon?" Yes, like they can be very heavy. They can be a very go very hardcore, and then they'll have a lot of like softer songs, even like poppy songs as well. Not to be confused with the singer Poppy. She'll be there on Friday, but they've they don't like to stick to one certain genre, and so I think that's something I deeply respect it from them, and I think that um, I've heard really good things about them being live. I haven't seen them live, so I would be curious to see what they pull off, especially when you have that many. You know that how when you're in like a certain area, you kind of adjust your songs based on like who's there. So like, okay, there's a lot more hardcore bands. Let's go with a little heavier list. But with how wide range this is, like, I'm curious to see if they're gonna go the full gamut of like, okay, here's our poppy-ish stuff or a little happy sounding stuff, and then all right, now we're gonna go bring in It Was Written in Blood or something like that, something like
All right.
heavier.
I'm going to ask you the tough question then.
Okay.
Do they deserve to be a headliner? One of the
Yes.
top four. See, you say yes. I have never heard of them before. I'm
Mhm.
sorry to say. So maybe I need to go and check them out, but you are giving them the stamp of approval. You believe they should be a headliner. Saturday
Yes.
night, by the way, Saturday night headliner as well,
Yeah.
which you think is the top one of all of this.
I've
Man,
always viewed like Sunday as like the top overall, just because you are like the last person to play. You finish this off and you finish it off right. And so I think with My Chemical Romance being the final one, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
are you excited that it's My Chemical Romance that's going to be there at Rockville Sunday night?
Yes. I saw them in Sunrise at the Panthers arena. This was before they won the Stanley Cup. So I'm like, oh, finally a performance that will end in disappointment in this arena. But now that joke doesn't fly because they won 2
No.
Stanley Cups since then. You're welcome. And so they were really good. I'm really excited to see what they pull off here, because I heard that their new shows are just like bat bleep crazy. So I don't know if they're going to do that at Rockville or if they're going to try to like just do their own thing. I don't know, but yeah, I'm really excited about my cab.
Is it one of those things where they haven't been together for a while? Now they're reunited? Is it? Because I don't even know. Is it?
Well, they were split up for a long time, and then they kind of came back together. They put out a new song about 2 years ago, I want to say, and then they just started touring. So I think that's leading people to believe that there's gonna be another album, possibly, because especially since they dropped a new single. So yeah, they were apart. They're back together. Hooray!
Hooray! Um, what time is Guns N' Roses going to take the stage on Thursday night on a school night?
What's funny is that my friend and I had this conversation where it's like, are they actually going to show up at 9:20, or is it going to be like midnight again, and then the noise ordinance kicks in and we can't do this? Like I guess uh, reportedly Axl Rose has kind of like changed his ways a little bit, so he's not going full diva.
No,
But
no, I don't believe you. No, fake
yeah,
news. No.
yeah,
All right, so you looked it up. This is what I love. You as a newsman, Chase. It says 9:20 with the start time for Guns N' Roses.
No, there's no start times yet, but I could tell based on history,
Mhm.
it's usually about 9:20 or 9:30. I think like Fridays and Saturdays they usually start at like 10. What was it? When did Lincoln Park start
Oh,
last
man.
year? And you and I just
Oh.
kept texting each other like, we just need this to be done now.
But because who was on before them? Was it Pierce the Veil?
Here's the veil. Yes.
Pierce the Veil's going, and they're a good band, but I'm like, come on, bro. Let's get to the headliner. They went on at about 10 or so that night, and they went for what? Over 2 hours?
Yeah, they
It
went
just
hard.
went on. And so myself and the rest of the Gen X millennials were falling asleep at the show after a while. Because remember, we talk about this all the time. It's not like, oh, I got there at 8 p.m. at night. No, you were there
No.
since noon and it's 100 degrees outside. You've been going all day. Now, look, Lincoln Park was great. They
Yes.
were. But
Mhm.
yeah, I have to get mentally prepared. I think I have to be like an NBA player, take a nap at about 5 p.m. on Thursday, then wake up, get to the show. I'm not missing it. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. We were there, was that 3 or 4 years ago? I can't remember. Maybe 4? Or was it 22? It must have been.
Which
And
one?
Guns N' Roses. I think
Oh
20.
yeah, I think it was 22. Yeah.
That was one of the saddest moments ever, where you had thousands and thousands of Florida man, as I like to call it,
Mhm.
being told, sorry, you need to leave. No Guns N' Roses for you. When you know they specifically paid to just see Guns N' Roses. They did.
Yeah.
Not good. So they're all,
Yeah.
look, they're all buying tickets. All of
Mhm.
them.
Oh, yeah.
That will be a madhouse that Thursday. All right. So the tough question for you is, if you could only go for one of the 4 days, which one you going to, Chase?
The worst part is that I knew you were going to ask me this, and I've had 2 days to think on this, and I still don't know. I'm leaning toward either Saturday or Sunday. I Part of me wants to go Sunday to see Rise Against again because I hadn't seen them since 2008 when I saw them at the House of Blues with Billy Talent and Rancid. Great
Oh,
show.
Billy Talent. What a reference.
Yes.
I had
Oh,
that album.
I
Yeah.
only went for Billy Talent too because I was that guy. I was happy because I got to buy their album early, so I
That,
felt special.
that story is 17 years old. Think about
I
that.
can almost vote.
And go an R-rated movie. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. All right. Didn't last year, how many days did you go for?
I went 3 out of the 4 days. I didn't go Sunday.
Would you do that again? Go 3 days in a row?
I don't know because it depends on the heat. Because like this is the thing.
Hmm.
I've lived in Florida my entire life. That heat was unbearable. That heat, like, knocked me on my butt, knocked my wife on her butt. Like, it wiped out a lot of people. And it's gonna depend on how that goes, how the weather is gonna be cooperating. Like, I don't need it to be, you know, sunny the entire time. Like, it could be partly cloudy and I'll be okay. I don't mind the threat of rain as long as it doesn't rain. I'm probably looking at 2 days right now. Like the
Saturday, Sunday. That's who you're going with.
I'm
Yes.
looking Saturday, Sunday right now. Thursday, we'll see how the weather cooperates. I might go a little bit later Thursday to see
Should we?
GNR.
Here's what we should do. Should
Mhm.
we just look at hotels now? Just get them now before it goes crazy with the price.
Oh, I'm sure that they're already booked. I mean, I think they put out a release saying that all the campsites are already booked up.
So
So
great.
I imagine that the hotels are probably gone. The Airbnb prices have already spiked. And so, all right, here we go. Driving an hour again.
Driving up and down 95 from Jacksonville back to Daytona. That's what you're doing. All right. I think I'm going. Well, for sure, I'm going Thursday night for
Yeah.
Alice Cooper, Godsmack, Guns N' Roses. Hey, look, Stains on there. I'll see them. Ice Nine Kills better show up with Art the Clown. Huh. Anything else?
In
I've never.
Flames. In Flames is I want to see them again because I saw them in 2022 as well, and they were playing one of my favorite songs, and then the rain came and it cut me off, and it's like son of a gun.
No,
All That Remains
no.
is really good live. I saw them at a concert years ago. The lead singer knocked me on my butt during a mosh pit because he's really jacked. I imagine he's still jacked. So yeah, watch out for that.
Five Finger Death Punch will be there. I've never seen them. All right, Friday. So you got Foo Fighters, The Offspring.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see
Hollywood Undead.
Yeah, Hollywood Undead. Look at this, like the fourth one down, one of these stages. Seven Dust, Static X, Saliva, Drowning Pool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Suicidal Tendencies. Wait a minute. Where's your Shine Down? What's going on here? Aren't they always there?
I was surprised by that too. I'm surprised that there's no Shine Down. I was also surprised as well to see Egypt Central and Spine Shank. Spine Shank got back together and they're performing.
Is that add that to the list? Is this a real band? Spine Shank. Is that what it is? Okay. So Saturday that I know you're going to be at. Okay. So you have just some of these other bands here. Highly Suspect, Breaking Benjamin. That would be awesome. I love Flyleaf. I love them. Simple Plan, Switchfoot, Plain White Tees. Who else?
Avatar. Dragon Force.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think if there's any 303. Didn't they have that one song with Katy Perry? I think I know.
They've had a few songs. They had a reference that I will still make to this day where Don't Trust Me, where they say don't trust a hoe, never trust a hoe, don't trust a hoe, don't trust me. And so every once in a while, be like, can I trust you? Like, well, I am a hoe, so no.
Isn't that the song where you have to do the Helen Keller? Isn't that the same one?
Yep. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. Back when I worked in Orlando, they had to do their sign-offs with the time to do a time check. And so they're usually 3-minute newscasts. And so when someone say, oh, it's 303 over at WDBO, him and I would both just do the 303 hand symbol, which for the audio audience, this does nothing for you.
It's okay.
For the video audience, you know what it is.
All right. So you're going to be there Sunday. My Chemical Romance, Rise Against, which will be awesome. A Yellow Card. Oh.
Jacksonville's best.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's finest.
What is it? Coheed, how do you say it?
Coheed and Cambria.
I know one song from them. That'll be big. So it's okay. The crowd Thursday will be different than the crowd Sunday. That's what I've noticed here for these different bands. Now,
100%.
Where is Insane Clown Posse? Where are they at? I need to see them.
No, you don't. You don't need to see Insane Clown Posse.
Dude, I got an email last year where they're like, Mark, would you like the opportunity to interview Insane Clown Posse before they hit the stage? And I was like, yes, I would. So I booked it. I'm like, I'm going to talk to Insane Clown Posse. Then the day of that performance, before we left to Daytona, I got an email follow-up. I'm sorry, Mark. They will not be available for interviews. I was heartbroken. I say this all the time. If you're ever extremely bored and you need something to do and you want to put a smile on your face, go read the Wikipedia page to Insane Clown Posse. It's the greatest Wikipedia page of all time. It is the best. The best. So it didn't happen. Now, remember, also, so my coworker Eric and I were like, we're going to see Insane Clown Posse. So we go to one of the stages. A guy in clown makeup comes out. And I go, is this Insane Clown Posse? No, it was Mudvayne. So it was interesting that we were looking for a guy in a clown outfit. A guy in a clown outfit showed up, but it wasn't Insane Clown Posse. Loved it. Loved it. Now, that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen. And we've discussed this.
Yeah.
And I like Mudvayne. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. No. And finally, I love that other stage. And you're like, Mark, what are you talking about? You have the two main stages. Then by the main entrance, you have that third stage that Chase likes to go to, where there's some big bands there. Then there's another stage where I'm always like, am I in the wrong part of town? Where am I on the other side of the tracks? Where am I exactly? And there's usually like a slip and slide, and there's like piercing place. It's bizarre. Do you know where I'm talking about exactly?
Yeah. Yep. If you go in by the turn one entrance and you just keep going straight, you see to your right, you see two stages. Is that the area? No. You keep going straight, then you see the octane stage. Is that it? No. And
Oh,
then all of a sudden, like you get to like this weird area that I don't want to say weird because it sounds like I'm speaking negatively of it, but there is like a general store. There's like a
General
Soberville. There's also like a Jaeger stand right next to Soberville for some reason. There's like 3 carnival rides, a
Store.
long line of porta potties that would make even Bucky's blush, and then there's the stage right
Yes.
next to an entrance, and then on the other side of that stage, on the opposite end, there's just a giant inflatable slide.
Can we broadcast from there? Forget about the media area. Can you and me, can we go to like a live broadcast? And by the way, no tent over us. We'll just be in the heat for 5 straight hours,
Oh,
losing our mind. That's what we need to
that
do. Yeah. That's
oh, it would
that.
be fun, but I think we'll look back in retrospect as it being a lot of fun, but I think we'll also in the moment just be so miserable from the heat.
The best is there are radio stations that will like, they'll have their tent there.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's a rock one. So the best is, I'm sorry I have to say this on the Mark Moses show. So they'll like some of these like tents, they'll like hire the promo girls, kind of like you're at a car show or like you're at E3, and they'll have these like women in the costumes and look at how cool. Look on their faces because they'll have random dudes come up. Oh man, are you getting ready for Pierce the Veil? They're the best. I love them. Hey, are you single? What's going on? And these women are like, please, please let this end. It's my favorite.
I feel
Love it.
bad for promo girls so much because of just like the bleep that they have to deal
Oh,
with guys just like flirting with them nonstop. And then they kind of have to be like there's an old Simpsons joke where like they're in Vegas and Homer's like signing up to try to win a free car, and there's this model just like right next to it, and he's like, "Do you come with the free car?" Oh, you. And then somebody else just walks in and goes, "Do you come with the free car?" Oh, you. And they just have to do that for like 8 hours. Is that they have to put on that face of just like playing along, even though they are creeped out 90% of the time.
oh man. And then the number one heroes at Rockville, the random security guards who are not into this music, and they're sitting there just they're like, what is wrong with these people? Because there's some like Guar level band on stage, and they're just like, what is this garbage? Like this isn't Smokey Robinson. Like it's the best, the best.
I need to show you the video of the security guards at a Cannibal Corpse concert
Oh yeah,
because they have if you're unfamiliar with Cannibal Corpse, they have very um
elaborate.
colorful song titles. And so there's one song that if it happened to you, you would freak out and go to a doctor. But the way that the singer presents it, it's funny. And I'm not allowed to say it on the air, just look. I don't know what you look up. Cannibal Corpse security guard, and that might be it
That's
because like
really
their
like
reaction is like,
add it to the list of bands that are real. Cannibal Corpse. That's what it is.
I think
Uh,
they're from Florida too.
Not shocked. Let's end with this. And yes, welcome to Rockville. Tickets are on sale. Coming up during the holidays, we're going to give you chances to win tickets, 4-day passes to Rockville. All right. Black Friday, Thanksgiving, all that good stuff's coming up late next week. You do a great job with your Black Friday show. Are we going to get a Black Friday show again this year, Chase?
Yes, we're getting a Black Friday show. We're getting a holiday buyer's guide. Again, I'm working on Black Friday now. Like, what's great is you're seeing more and more deals start dropping, and so I'm going to be just scouring the internet looking for the best deals on a lot of popular games. It's going to be interesting this year, especially with like, I'm not saying this to get political. I'm just saying this because this is happening
Yeah.
with the tariffs that are being implemented. So we're seeing consoles that are 5 years into their lifespan. Normally the price would go down, but instead, because of the tariffs, the prices are going up because the profit margin on consoles is incredibly thin. Xbox has come out on record and say they don't make a profit on their consoles. And so I'm curious to see what prices are going to look like for a lot of the games. I'm curious to see what prices look like for the consoles. And did we essentially end a console generation 5 years early? I don't know, but I got to take a look at the numbers. But yes, we are getting a Black Friday special.
All right, here are my gripes with Black Friday now. And I love Black Friday. I love it so much.
Yep.
I don't like this idea where, well, the deal's online and I'm in the actual store. Hey, give me that deal. I'm here. No, you have to buy that online. Aren't you the same company? Yes and no. Ridiculous. Give it to me now. I took the time to get in my car and physically go into your store. You should be happy I'm in here buying stuff physically. All right.
Yeah.
Give me the deal. Then
Yeah.
also, hey, do we not do price match anymore? Is that not a thing? I'm confused.
Not at Target.
No,
Target stopped it.
I don't know if Best Buy or GameStop, I don't know if any of them do it. It's ridiculous. It is. Yeah, I got my eye on some games. I want to get the I can't even talk. The Fatal Fury Collector's Edition, which is going to be on sale. I want Silent Hill F, but I don't know if it's going to be on sale either.
I think there are some discounts right now for Silent Hill F. It's not like anything substantial, but I think I've seen it for, I could be mistaken on this one, 45. So it's supposedly really good. It's supposed
no. Yeah, but not, hey, you talked economy. Not in this economy. No, that's $30. That's what we need, right? Okay. Are there any games before I let you go? I know you have to get to the office here. Are there any games you're eyeing that you're like, I got to get these?
I'm curious to see how low Expedition 33 gets. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 right now, it's the favorite to win Game of the Year. Everybody has spoken highly of this. I've been late to the train on this one, and so I'm curious to see, because it's an indie company that's behind this, how low they're willing to go for the pricing, and also because the Game Award nominations just came out. It's the most nominated game this year. Are they going to drop prices? Because right now I've at least seen their deluxe edition go down to 47, which, to put in perspective, their standard is 49. So you save money there, kind of, but like you just get cosmetics. But
Late to the Train should be a band.
Yeah, Late to the Train.
My coworker and I, we've decided we're going to be a punk band, and we're going to be called Free Premium. That's going to be our band. Okay. All right. Same as Chase Bunker. Follow him on all the different social media platforms. How can we check out your podcast as well?
Right now, you can go find Chase Chats wherever you get your podcast. I think we're still working on Apple right now, where I just do 15, 20-minute interviews with a bunch of random celebrities. Most recently, Peter Billingsley from A Christmas Story, a little sneak peek.
Ralphie.
Yes. I have coming up next week, Macaulay Culkin. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Him and I share the same birthday, so that was cool. I interviewed John Cleese. That was crazy because I'll go with this brief story before I let you go.
Yeah.
As if I'm the host or something. I don't know why I said it like that. So you know this when you deal with guests. So sometimes we have people, their agents will call us and say, "Hey, are you ready?" "Oh yeah, I'm ready." "All right, cool. I'm gonna put so and so on the line," and you get like the nice hold music with the like that. For some reason, it's always that hold music, and they bring on the guest. So for John Cleese, I thought, okay, we're gonna get John Cleese. They're gonna put him on the line. He doesn't answer. Call again. Doesn't answer. And I hear somebody in the background just go, "Hey, we're looking to try to get a hold of John. We've been trying to get a hold of him all morning. He's not answering." And then it disconnects. And I thought, oh no, he died.
That's what you thought.
He's up there. And we just covered another celebrity death. And so I'm like, oh no, not this time. Not the one moment that I get to talk with John Cleese that he just dies. I got breaking news, but then he dies. But luckily, 20 minutes later, they were able to get him on. He was just coming off a transatlantic flight. So the man's tired, and he's just like, all right, let's just do this. I am really tired, so I apologize in advance. But it was still a lot of fun. I still got John Cleese being John Cleese.
So he's not dead. That's
not
what
dead. Breaking news. John Cleese, not dead.
Did you ask him that? Hey, wait a minute. Are you dead? Are you okay?
I think I joked with his agent about that because I was just worried. I'm like, oh no, is this really when it's going to happen? But nope, still alive and kicking. So some good news there.
Macaulay Culkin, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin was great. I won't spoil it, but like I learned a few things about him and his family that I think are really interesting. So
No,
that's going to drop on Monday.
no, you're interesting. He's Chase Bunker. My man, thanks for your help. Have a great day and have a nice holidays with your family. All right.
Same to you, Mark. Thanks again for having me on.